children. This is the children of the night. Hello.
Hi. What's up?
Such beautiful music. Anyways, yes. It's good, man. Hey, what's kicking?
My son kicks me a lot. He's a baby, so I guess
Hmm?
that answers that question.
Wah! Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Ding, 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 ding.
Whose man was okay? Anyways, but yes, your son was fast as lightning.
Ding, ding, ding. That's my part of the music.
And it was a little bit frightening.
Ding, 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 ding.
But he fought with expert timing.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding.
I love it.
Let's fuck it up.
That's all going in.
Anyways, what
are we doing, man?
Yeah, what are we doing? So today we are going to talk about a movie you recommended me to watch.
I did.
And I have to say, I'm very sad I did not watch it in theaters, because this is one of those movies that even I recommend. This is a must watch in theaters. I don't go a lot to theaters because, the tickets is so expensive and the popcorn and all that. It's like, by the time you go out and actually watch the movie, you spent a lot of money. Also, obviously, you want to go eat before or after the movie. So I'm very cautious of what movies I declare worthy to watch.
I declare.
So this is one of those movies I highly suggest to watch. And if you had the chance to watch in theaters, you are one lucky bastard.
That's me.
Which today we are going to talk about the movie Bullet Train.
I don't know. Like Bullet Train, what would that be? That would be like a train and a bullet.
Do Thomas.
I gotta see if I can man. So then we do, was it Prankster? I don't have a train. Fuck. Oh well. Anyways, we'll continue onwards.
Yeah,
so let's get into it.
I remember when you watched it, you told me you can really see this movie in a D&D kind of way. Again, I'm not a D&D player, so explain yourself. How exactly is this a D&D? It's not a D&D movie, but it could be in a way.
It's kind of one of those, like, you roll horribly, but things still go your way. Like shit happens, and like but everybody's rolling natural ones left, right, and center. So just things are flying off the wall, killing people. Things have already taken an antidote. People haven't taken an antidote. People are dying. People are not dying. But it's like when you have like what you call a railroad kind of thing, where like the story has to happen on tracks. It's hard to depart outside of the story. So it's interesting when it all kind of just flows together. So I don't particularly remember me saying that. However, like I could still justify it. Like it's just a solid film. I love Guy Ritchie. He did other things, Baby Driver, and what other films? Nothing comes to mind except for V for Vendetta. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. I think he even. Anyways, it don't matter none. He just a great director. His timing and like the way the music and like the backgrounds and everything works with the scene. It's great. It's very clever, and I like it.
It is very, very clever. I did very much love the twins and the joke over there, how like they constantly were saying they are twins, but at the same time we have Brad Pitt, aka Ladybug, like saying like, yeah, they are not twins, trust me. It's like, yeah, just by their looks you can say, yeah, they're not twins, but we do find out later, no, yes, they are twins. So it's very hilarious, all the inside jokes and how he told this story, because there were times in the movie it's like, come on, really? And then later he does like 5 minutes later. It's like, oh shit, this
He
makes
did
sense.
it.
Okay, I get
Yeah,
it now. It
it's clean.
yeah, it was completely clean. All the answers that throughout the movie that you get, they
Hmm.
were answered over time. And I watched the movie with no subtitles, which is a not the smartest thing to do, because from time to time they do talk in this movie in three different languages. Obviously English. This movie does take place in Tokyo, so obviously Japanese. And then we
I
have the big bad guy who is Russian, so obviously
uh,
Russian. So, but whenever they talk in Japanese or Russian, it's not like, 10 minutes or 20 minutes. It's not like a big period of time. It's like, 2, 3 minutes here and
mm,
there. So
yeah,
I did miss a few things, but by watching the movie, I could connect the dots.
you
Like,
get the
okay,
context.
I get the context and all that. It makes sense, even though
He's a
I don't
very
know what they were
heavily
saying.
strong, like visual storyteller.
Yeah, definitely. Um, who was your favorite character, or what was the best storyline for you?
Sandra Bullock and her entire like passive role is hilarious.
Oh my god,
Uh,
really?
I thought it was hilarious, but no. Let's see. The twins are really fun to watch. They're really great dynamics. Just a little weaving of like all the tales, how they're all connected, and you could kind of put it together just in case if you were being really vigilant. I love that kind of stuff. Just like with this random Mexican cartel assassin getting murked on the ship.
The wolf.
Um, yeah, I like how they like um properly give you like to twist the head on your expectations because they keep raising stakes that you don't see. Like you're like, oh no, and then the thing happens. Like, wait, what? I thought they were important, and then but you realize yes, it was important, but it wasn't important.
Yeah.
Such as the son little arc of the mafia dude. I like the ending character, the I forget his name, the Japanese actor, but he played in The Last Samurai. It's not Ken Watanabe.
I think his code
Watanabe.
name. I think his code name was the Elder, something like that. Because I don't remember his code name.
Uh, I'll get it in just a second, just to give proper reference because it's important. Like it was interesting seeing Aaron Tyler Johnson. Just like I'd met him once, so
Really?
yeah, I was on
Yeah,
set,
the
but that was
Elder.
he was in Kick-Ass. But no, I'm not talking about Tangerine. I'm talking about
Oh,
Hiroyuki Sanada. Yeah, that is the Elder.
yeah.
But Hiroyuki is a really cool character. I really liked his flow, his feel, and his fight choreography, and like the fact that he was looking out for his son and stuff like that. It wasn't like a huge cast. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people were in there,
I
but
know.
it wasn't.
I felt like it was a huge cast, because a lot of the actors are very known, but at the same time, it was like a low profile. Like,
It wasn't as low as Brad Pitt in and Deadpool.
oh yeah, that that reference, I like. Obviously, you noticed it, but what they did over here was genius. It was absolutely genius. So, spoilers. Gonna jump to, well, you know what? Let's first give the main plot of the movie before we give the spoiler. So, do you want to do it? Because I'm bad with giving.
Sure. All right. Brad Pitt works for a clandestine organization that tasks him to perform a task in Tokyo. We learn that his character has been on a bit of a meditative journey and letting go of his inner self workings. He thinks that he's unlucky and he's tired of killing people in his line of work, so he doesn't take a gun as he gets on his objective, the train. In the train, he finds that he has to take a briefcase, in which he does secure. But throughout his meanderings through the train, we find that he knows people, and people know him, are coming in and out of the train inexplicably, and it's him dealing with all the side stories A, B, and C all linking together to some grander illusion, which leads to a crazy climax where we find out the big reveal, how they're all connected. As we follow plot line B, which is two brothers, quote unquote, who are escorting the son of a mafia lord back home and are trying to keep him alive and have this briefcase of money, which is what Brad Pitt's character is going after. We have side plot C. There is a poison expert, and she also wants the money, as she was wired in to say that she was supposed to kill someone and then take the money for the job, which was also the thing. So we find that a lot of things are being pinned on this briefcase. Things go awry as the son of the mafia guy dies. The poison person is also trying to kill Brad. Also on top of all of this, we have this Japanese character who's the son of a certain character who is related to this mafia guy, and they're seeking revenge, as they were kind of forced into this forked situation where the son of the guy has a son who was pushed off a building and will be killed if he doesn't go on to kill the certain person, but he hesitates. And so, as you can see, explaining it is very difficult, and it's a very complex film, and I don't want to bore you all, but all of it climaxes into this point where it was that that all these characters are cleverly interconnected, and it's the mafia's guy designed to bring them all to the train and kill them, including his daughter, who is also on the train.
Spoiler, that is a big spoiler. But yeah.
Big spoiler, but this is the show for it. So but the funny thing is, I think the even bigger thing is, which is even funnier, is that our main character really is there by bad luck, because he was literally switching someone else out because they couldn't take the shift, and so he just took it. Just so happens that his storyline interweaved with everybody's so perfectly, even though it wasn't him. So that was really funny.
So he took the shift of with his coworker, and he kept saying throughout the movie, "Oh, fuck that guy." He fucking he fucking hates that
fuck
person.
that guy.
And
it's Ryan Reynolds. No, it's not Ryan Reynolds, right?
It's Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, but the thing is, the big bad mafia guy, he did tell us that he bought all the tickets for this train, so no one is going to be over here. So Ryan Reynolds,
after a certain point.
Yeah, after a certain point. But Ryan Reynolds was the one who was supposed to be on the train. But then we figure out the entire reason why the big bad mafia guy has bought all the tickets, and specifically that all these, bad people will be on the train, is to kill the guy who killed his wife, which is Ryan Reynolds, which he is not on the train. So
yep.
Who is the real bad guy? Is it the big mafia guy, or is this Ryan Reynolds? Because honestly, everything that happened in this movie is because he killed the mafia's guy's wife.
Fucking Ryan Reynolds, man.
Yeah. Well, at the same time, it's everyone's fault, because the reason she was in the car crash was because his son was in jail. So honestly, it's his son's fault and Ryan Reynolds. And it's amazing how you think this movie is going in a certain direction, and multiple times you're like, what? No, this is happening. No, that is happening. And you are just along for the ride, for the bullet train ride. It's
great.
It's amazing. And the comedy over here is on
Things
point.
literally go off the rails.
it does goes off the rail.
The pun
And
jokes just write
jokes
themselves.
about jokes, and Channing Tatum, like, what the fuck? Is it
That was a really funny cameo.
so?
Is this the sex stuff?
I don't know if you saw the movie This Is the End, or I think that's the name of the movie. So with all the actors,
Yeah, I saw it.
okay, so we have Channing Tatum in the end of the towards the end of the movie, who is like tied up like a leash and all that. It's like, oh yeah,
Yep.
here's some sex stuff. Oh yes, sir. It's
Yep.
like, so he was like another like cameo quotes to that because he's like so into
Mm-hmm.
sex stuff. So that's
Mm-hmm.
like the little inside joke. And the thing with Ryan Reynolds is also kind of an inside joke because in Deadpool 2, when we have this invisible guy who throughout the entire
Mm-hmm.
movie we don't see, and then he dies by getting electrocuted. Who is it? It's Brad Pitt.
It's Brad Pitt. Yep.
So over here, it's basically the same thing. We finally see who is this bad guy who caused all of this. It's Ryan Reynolds, and we see him for a split second. So it's
Yeah,
like
there's a nice
another,
compare and contrast.
yeah, it was hilarious. I'll,
It's very good. Highly recommend. The visuals are stunning. The music is on point.
the storyline,
The acting is really, really key to pull off a story like this.
mhm.
And it was believable, even though it was highly preposterous and things were happening that was like, what the fuck? But it was so low key that it was like, huh.
Yeah, it was, it knew not to cross boundaries that would make it like, okay, this, yeah, is this believable? Like, yes, obviously some stuff of it is not believable, but it's like, you know what? But I can still roll with it. But they
Well,
didn't
they set
cross.
up the frame of it with the bad luck kind of thing, the good luck, bad luck thing. That was
Yeah,
very like, huh.
yeah,
It was it was like an unseen force that was a character in the movie. That was a nice touch.
mhm. It was everything of it, like we said, was absolutely amazing. They did the work perfectly. I I did enjoy when we first start the movie and we see the twins, and for the first few minutes, every time we see them, it's story time. They tell us like, here we killed 17 people, no 16, or like here's a
Yeah.
backstory about this big bad mafia guy, or here's a story about
Yeah.
like is this your point of this movie to give us some background and stories? And it was very crucial, but it was funny as well. Like,
Mm.
and also the fact that, like you said earlier in the episode, that people die then they don't die, like how he played with that, like, amazing. I did not expect that. The Tangerine, he when I saw him, it's like, you look very familiar, who are you? And it took me a while to figure out, holy shit, that is the guy from Kick-Ass. You
Hmm.
look fucking amazing. You look buffed. You
Dude, you
look
should
like,
have. He got buffed up for I don't know if you saw it, but for Godzilla.
really?
Yeah, he was one of the soldiers. That was like is one of his big next bigger roles after that.
Hmm.
He played one of the soldiers in the Godzilla remake. That was pretty epic and it was good.
I did not recognize him. It took me a while. What
Mm.
he did an amazing acting. The acting, also the little girl who constantly does different acting, which was
Mm.
amazing. And the fact that we have this snake and venom and the powder that puts someone unconscious, all these
Yeah,
different
all Chekhov's
storylines.
guns really nicely, and the water bottle itself.
Yeah. So at the end of the movie, we see the water bottle again, and they give us like, here's the backstory about the water bottle. Like, really, do we need the backstory about the water bottle? We see the
Hmm.
backstory, and you think like, oh my god, the guy is going to drink the water. Like, no, he's throwing it on his head. So
If it
there's a,
wasn't for yeah, well, it's interesting again that playing on that perception of like everything need to be in the right place at the right time kind of deal,
yeah,
but there's still wiggle room. It's interesting.
yeah. I w- what I noticed after watching the movie. Now, not all movies need a sequel. This is one of those
Mm.
movies that it doesn't need a sequel, but there is open door for it. You know, there is
I
potential.
think it would be the thing is, what are you gonna have him go on a train again? Like,
No, not
obviously you're like, but that's kind of the format of the film, you know what I mean? Like,
mhm.
there's this narrow space where all things have to interact within each other, but there's greater stories outside of that. So
Yeah.
you'd have to be very creative to, because the moment that you take it out of something that feels outside of the parameters that the first movie set up, it's not gonna it'll be like one of those sequels where it's like goes straight to Walmart, or straight to DVD, like I don't know, Tremors and stuff like that, where it's like, no, it's aliens from space, and like what? And
No.
now he's fighting sharks. What?
No, but what I mean over here, we
Just
have
see what I'm saying?
yeah, I definitely see what you're saying, but what I mean over here, like the potential, like we have Lemon who is still alive,
Hmm.
and we have Ladybug, Brad Pitt, who is still alive. So, and then we have, Ryan Reynolds, who is still alive, and he honestly caused all this. So
Hmm.
there is potential for a sequel, but personally, I don't think there needs to be a sequel. I'm okay
I hope
for
they don't.
either. I'm okay for
Bullet
either.
Train 2, Electric Boogaloo.
I don't know. You can do like I don't know, like in a hotel. They're all stuck in a hotel or on a plane. You know.
Grenade Train. That's a good format.
Yeah.
Yeah, good thoughts. Well, Guy Ritchie can come up with it.
Yeah. I definitely can. I don't think I've seen a lot of his movies. I will need to
Good.
research his work because I very, very enjoyed this movie. It was highly enjoyable.
Hmm. Um, okay. Assuming that it's Guy Ritchie, because maybe no, it's because he made Man from Uncle, Sherlock Holmes, and Snatch, and Lock, Stock, and Barrel, and Rock and Rolla. Those are all great films. However, let me see. I feel like I have this wrong. Not Guy Ritchie. Bullet Train. David Lynch. There we go. Sorry, my bad. I've been. Oh boy. Yeah, yeah. All right. He's made movies. You've seen a bunch of them. Sorry. So he made Bullet Train. He made Deadpool 2, Atomic Blonde, Fast and Furious, the last one, I guess. John Wick, Nobody, John Wick 2,
He
Daredevil, No
he
Good
made
Deed.
Nobody. Oh
Yeah.
wait, nobody. No, I'm thinking about Mr. No One, Mr. Nobody, with
Though
Jared Leto.
mm, John Wick 3, V for Vendetta, 300, Atomic Blonde 2.
Oh, okay. So
Let's see
yeah,
movies.
I've seen some of his movies.
The Matrix Reloaded,
Oh,
Dracula Untold, Dukes of Hazzard from 2005.
so I'm looking over here on Nine Gag, and I see a meme that someone is talking about this movie, and this is how he mentions or describes this movie, Bullet Train. He describes it.
Mm,
The film had the feel of a live action anime or manga. And someone who watches anime and reads a little manga, I definitely agree with this. It really felt like it.
mm,
They did a really good job with that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I feel I mean, there's missing like some certain aspects, but yeah, I would agree that the absurdity of it seems quite manga-ish.
Yeah. Um I think we got to the end of the episode. Like there's like stuff to talk about, I guess. I don't know. What do you say?
I mean, like there are so many things one can like deconstruct in a film like this. We could talk about like its ulterior meaning, the philosophical like press of, you know, fate, luck, the choices that we have. You know, we could say that is the track a metaphor for life and the people that are in our lives and the things that people, what is control, what is, you know, power, what are like, these are all themes that are talked and touched about in the in this in this movie. And if you saw Rick and Morty of the train episode where they're on the story train,
Yeah.
that's also, there's like you can talk about the meta of that on this. So there's plenty of things. It's not like it's a dry subject. It's just it depends on how deep you want to get.
Yeah, it's not a dry story. I know we might portray it in this episode that it's dry, but the thing is, so much is happening at the same time. It's not like only one story. There's like multiple different stories happening at the same time. And
Yeah.
it's also the little details. And for example, you know, there's a scene how the elder talks with Ladybug and give us like a whole story about the meaning of, you know, a ladybug and that name. And it is that
I thought that was really beautiful.
so did I. I loved the elder whenever we saw him and he went all philosophical. I really enjoyed it. Also, Ladybug from time to time tried to go philosophical, but he kept getting interrupted. Like there's a window in a wall. No shit, there's a door in a wall. Or is it a window? Like he also tried to get all philosophical, but he kept getting interrupted or fucking it up. So
yeah,
I very much appreciated that they tried to be philosophical while being comedic and action all at the same time and not overlap each other. And they did, again, the director did an amazing job and the actors as well. And I do, after this episode, after like recording this episode, I'm going to watch this movie again. No,
fair enough.
It's amazing. It's gonna be
well. I hope you enjoy it, man. Like I'm gonna watch the rest of Rob.
Yeah, Rings of Power. So, well then, I do believe we got to the end of our episode for today. I am your host, Joel, and as always, whenever he is available, the one and only Moses.
It's me. Hello, goodbye, everyone. It was nice being here. I like.
Yes, we talked about the amazing movie Bullet Train that came out in the year 2022. I'll put the links in the bio. Hebrew Podcast, Moses Radio, Instagram links. Give us 5 stars on Spotify, and we owe spoilers, obviously, and we will catch you up on the next episode.
On the next time.
With the spoiler people. Bye.